Hello everybody, I'm RuudDevil, and yes, as you've probably guessed by the title of the video, it is tournament time again. Age of the Ring. Oh boy, this is going to be a shit show. But RuudDevil, they're all shit shows. You shut up, you wise man. Yes, so I'm presenting the HELMINGAS Cup. Despite fan requests to call it the Caramel Dancing Cup, I'm looking at you, big lad. But no, this is the HELMINGAS Cup for Age of the Ring 5.1. Now, there's a lot to get through, so I'm going to try to stay on track. So, the basics. This is a 2v2 tournament for Age of the Ring version 5.1 on August 1st. That's Saturday at 2 PM British Summer Time. If you don't know the British Summer Time, then I'm sure you can just Google it. It's not hard. Now, remember, Age of the Ring uses version 2.02, version 8.0.1. God, you know, it's not actually that complicated, but when you say it, it sounds way more complicated. But yes, the most optimal version, and to avoid out of syncs, we'll be playing with 2.02 version 8.0.1. So please, if you have no idea what I'm talking about here, don't bother entering the tournament because I know you're going to mess it up. But that is the patch we're using for this tournament. It will be a 2v2 tournament. Wait, adjusting my chair. Okay. It will be a 2v2 tournament. 8 teams of 2, that's 16 players. And it'll be the usual format. There'll be a preliminary round, then semifinals, and then a best of 3 matchup in the final. Now, to apply, we're going to be doing something different. I'll be setting up a text channel in the official John Doe Discord, and you can apply with your Game Ranger name there, and your teammate's name, and your team's name, if you wish to choose a team's name. And I will just sort through all the applicants, and we'll find 8 teams to participate. Now, when you join the John Doe Discord, hit -join. Otherwise, you don't get access to the whole thing. It's an anti-spam thing. It's really not that hard. -join. So if you want to sign up for the tournament, you have to do it through the official John Doe Discord, and then you go on the right text channel. So Age of the Ring isn't the most balanced mod, and to be fair, I think that's okay because with mods like these, the idea is to have fun and to experiment and to expand the game's horizons. Balance is sort of like an afterthought. That being said, it's not wildly imbalanced. This isn't bottle levels, okay? It's still pretty damn good. But to avoid massive imbalance, we will be introducing a faction draft system for the first time in a RuudDevil tournament. So what this means is, if you've ever played like a MOBA or something, each team will get to ban a faction. So let's say you really don't want to fight Doggle. Well, you can say, hey, we're going to be banning Doggle. And then the other team says, yeah, well, fuck you, we're going to be banning Rohan. And then that's how it works. So, in front of you now will be the draft system. It looks complicated, but don't worry, it's not that complicated, and we'll be going through it before each game starts of the tournament, so it's really not that complicated, don't worry about it. So basically, by decision of coin toss, one team will be able to get the first ban, okay? So each team bans once, but whoever gets to do the first ban is just done by coin toss. I mean, it's just the fairest way to do it. After that, each team will then alternate picking between factions. So there's one ban each, and then you just alternate picking which factions you want to play. Now don't worry, there are enough factions to do this. We're not allowing double factions, so you can't go double Lorien, double Mordor, or whatever. This isn't really a balanced thing, this is just to sort of spice it up. But also, if we're not allowing mirrors, so if one team chooses Lorien, the other team then cannot choose Lorien. Don't worry, there is enough factions to go around. There should be like 3 left, even after all the bans and picks, so don't worry about that. So it's really, I mean, it sounds more complicated, but it's really not that complicated. So that's just rule 1. Next rule is no walls. Because of things like Mundberg Masonry, Fountain Guards, and Siege Limits, walls are just incredibly strong in Age of the Ring, so we are banning walls completely. However, to balance that out, those factions that rely on walls can still get Mundberg Masonry, as I said, and Fountain Guards, and Stoneworkers, and things like that. Just build no walls whatsoever. You can build wall hubs on your fortress, because they can actually be used to counter like certain units, but just don't make walls, okay? It's not that hard, it's pretty simple. Next rule is there will be no heroic units in the first 15 minutes, so please have your timers enabled so you know when you can build heroic units. This includes Helmingas, Harbingers of Shadow, Veterans of the Last Alliance. This is to prevent any cheesy tactics that can actually dominate 2v2s, and it's also, like, it is pretty easy to rush heroic units, and while they're not, you know, I mean, actually, I guess you can solo a base with Helmingas, but it's just for the fairer options. You know, you can still make them, you just can't make them in the first 15 minutes. We've been through teammates can't choose double factions. We went through that one. The next rule is no stream sniping. This is a rule that we've had in every tournament. It's obvious. Please don't stream snipe. Don't even have audio on if you're on, because obviously I'll be saying like, oh, and this team just made this, and that's valuable intel. So please, no stream sniping. Just close the stream if you're participating, and then you can open it back up when your game's done. Next rule. Because Age of the Ring, even on ultra low, the units look pretty good. I mean, much better than vanilla. Please play on ultra low, because there'll be me and at least 4 other people in each game, so people with like lower NPCs, even on ultra low, Age of the Ring can stutter a bit. So please, if you're participating, please play on ultra low for the smoothest experience possible, and given that you want to win, you probably just want the smoothest experience possible. And the last rule, no sacrifices to Morgoth. We're all about that Eru Iluvatar here. If you do like Morgoth, you can do it in one of our pre-designated Morgoth sacrifice chambers. I don't think they exist. Next up, we have the maps. I usually wait a video, but I thought I'd just do it today. The maps. In the first round, which is the first round of matches, that's why it's called the first round, we'll be playing on Tournament Dale. This is actually, I mean, it's a tournament map, so you'd think it's pretty flat, but there are some obstacles there. There's signifiers, there's inns. Wait, are there signifiers? I think there's an outpost, and then I think there's 2 inns as well, but it's actually a really fun map, and it's Dale themed, and we all love Dale here. The semi-final will be Anorian 2. I tend to use smaller maps for the semi-finals. I'm not really sure why, it's just something I like to do. Anorian 2 is a fun map, but it is kind of small. It's got that signifier in the middle, so if you can dominate that middle hill, you will probably win. So that will make for some fiercely contested action on there. And for the final, the OG Bifme map alongside Buckland. If Buckland is the king of Bifme, then this is the queen, Tower Hills. And this is actually the revamped version of Tower Hills, so there's an outpost in the middle, and there's only one outpost on the map, basically, so the outpost on the side, it's not like an unfair advantage if one team gets it. I think there are signifiers there instead, I can't really remember, but it's Tower Hills, it's the OG map, and it's awesome, and it's worthy of a final. Oh yeah, and obviously, I mentioned this before, but just mention it again, the final will be a best 2 out of 3, so even if you lose the first round, the first game, you have another chance to win. So, with all the rules, and with the date, and with the things, and with the maps, I think we're actually done. You guys all know how to apply, we do it through Discord. So yeah, I'm really hoping to have all of you there. They'll all be streamed live on my Twitch channel, which most of you should know by now, but there's a link in the description. There's actually a link in every description of every video I upload. It's right there alongside my Twitter, so give me a follow on both those things, and you won't regret it. Probably will, I don't know. But yeah, in addition to that, in between each games, we'll be actually doing Age of the Ring and maybe just regular Lord of the Rings related trivia in between matches, because Twitch actually has a poll function, which I can just, you know, do at the press of a button, and we can just have a really fun, like, trivia game in between matches, which is something we've never done before. But it should enhance that sweet viewer experience and be a lot of fun and also test your knowledge at the same time. Anyway, I've been rambling a long time and now I'm going to have to edit all this together and it's going to take ages. But anyway, hope to see you guys all there on August 1st. This is the 8th tournament by me. I think it was Haldixmas, Haldeaster, Scrub Cup, Haldoween, the Flowing Beards and Pointy Ears. Who could forget that Adane tournament? We did Nambarad and then Sons of Durin was my most recent one. So yeah, this is the 8th tournament by me. I hope to see you guys all there. Peace out.